Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to talk about what if Anthony Davis gets traded or goes to the Boston Celtics. Now, as a Pelicans fan, being from New Orleans, being from Louisiana, I do not want Anthony Davis to leave at all. But with the reports coming out, like some report says his agent are saying that he wants to stay in New Orleans, that he's fully committed to winning in New Orleans. And then other rumors are coming out that there was talks about Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis teaming up possibly in the future. So there's a lot of contradicting reports that no one really knows what's going to happen. But really, the only way I can see him getting to Boston is through a blockbuster trade. So I'm getting to the trade package, why the Celtics would do this, why the Pelicans would do the trade, and then what would actually happen if he went to the Boston Celtics. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. So like I said earlier, the only way I think this is going to happen is through a trade. I don't think they're going to have enough money to really buy him in or try to get him. I think they're going to have to use a trade. And now the trade that they would come up with would be the Pelicans would be getting Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, Daniel Theis, and a second-round pick, while the Boston Celtics are Anthony Davis and Alexis Ajinça. Now the reason why the Celtics would do this trade is because, look, they get a superstar that they need to compete with the Warriors. Right now they have Kyrie Irving, but he is the only superstar. Yes, Jason Tatum could develop into a superstar. Al Horford's an all-star and Gordon Hayward's an all-star. They don't really have that second superstar. But Anthony Davis is a top 5 player in the NBA right now. Debatably top 3 or 4. I mean, he is the player that they need to be able to compete with the Warriors. Kyrie and AD will be an unbelievably great combination, plus a great supporting cast that they have around them. They can definitely compete with the Warriors with that roster. And then the second reason I have for why they're doing is because their offense will be among the best, but to also go along with their defense will be more elite. I mean, their defense is already top 3, one of the best defenses in the entire league, but their offense was kind of lacking. Gordon Hayward was injured, that didn't help, but they're the 9th worst offense in the entire league last year. But if you add AD, someone who averaged 28 points per game, almost 30 points per game, and can grab so many offensive rebounds, and is just very active, can score at will, like no one can really stop him, I mean, your offense is probably going to be top 10 at least, or maybe even top 3. But another reason why the Celtics would do the trade is because they have very good depth at the 3 position. Now, yes, losing Gordon Hayward is going to suck and force Jason Tatum to come up. But you have Jason Tatum to report him, one of the best young guys in the league, has potential to be a superstar and showed that he could be a superstar. So, I mean, it's not like they're going to be dropping off a lot, or if any, by losing Gordon Hayward. And, I mean, he's probably the weakest part to their core of the team. And to replace Gordon Hayward with Anthony Davis, I think they would take that any day. But now, why would the Pelicans do this trade? Well, first reason why Alexis Ajinça is in this, they would be releasing a horrible contract, and you could also replace Alexis Ajinça with Solomon Hill. Either one of those players, you take that horrible contract off your books, which would be huge for the Pelicans and in their upcoming free agency. But then also, I mean, just look at it. Hayward is a all-star level player, a very good level player, and can definitely be a cornerstone piece on a team. He showed that at Utah, and I'm sure he will keep on playing at that same level, assuming the injury doesn't help him bad. But then also, Terry Rozier, he showed that he can be a very good starting point guard in this league, maybe even all-star level, as in the playoffs, he was able to be a very, very good replacement for Kyrie Irving, and I would not be surprised if he ends up going somewhere else to start at point guard and be very, very efficient. And Elfrid Payton would be a very, very nice person at the bench, as right now their point guard depth is very weak, as it goes Elfrid Payton, Frank Jackson. Yes, we don't know what Frank Jackson's going to be, but he was a second-round pick, so, I mean, you can't expect him to be a great player right off the bat. But if you're able to have Terry Rozier, then Elfrid Payton, that is extremely, extremely good depth at your point guard position that you do need. And then Daniel Theis, he would just be a good big man to have on your bench. Not a bad contract, be a good big man, kind of like help fill the gaping hole that Anthony Davis will now leave, because obviously you cannot replace Anthony Davis, and no matter what trade you do, you're not going to be getting equal value for Anthony Davis, which is going to be hard for some Pelican fans to understand, but still, you mean, it would be nice to at least have another big man in there to at least try to help keep the productivity up there like when Anthony Davis wasn't there. Obviously, it's going to go down because Anthony Davis is just that good of a player, but still, I do think it would be a nice pick. And then the second-round pick, you never know what a second-round pick could be. It could end up being Draymond Green, Isaiah Thomas. There's some good players that came out of the second round, so you never know. It's just a nice pick to have. But then now let's get into what would actually happen if he did go to the Boston Celtics. Now, I mean, first of all, they would be top 3 on both offense and defense. Now, last year, they were already a top 3 defense, like I said, but in the 9th worst defensive team in the entire league. But when you add someone who last year averaged 28.1 points per game. That is the second most in the entire NBA, and he is a power forward. 11.1 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists per game. But then you look at his defense. 2.6 blocks per game, which was the #1 overall in the entire league, and then 1.5 steals per game, which is very nice to have out of your power forward position. So, I mean, the dude can protect the rim at a level almost unseen before. He can get steals, he has quick hands, but not only can he completely defend, but offensively, you cannot stop the dude. He can bring you to the three, has a very good mid-range game, and obviously he's very good inside, and his three-point is improving every single year. So you just cannot go wrong with adding Anthony Davis. He's going to improve your team in every single way once you add him to the team. But then another thing is, like, they would have literally probably the brightest future in the entire league. Now, yes, they're losing Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier, who do have, like, are pretty young, or entering their prime with Gordon Hayward, and have pretty bright futures ahead of them. But look what they have. They have probably top 3-point guard in the league in Kyrie Irving. He has the best ball handles in the NBA, in my opinion, and is a top 3-point guard in the entire league. Kyrie Irving is only 26 years old. He is entering his prime. He's going to only get better from here. So, I mean, with that, it's already a very nice thing to have a great point guard like him. But then Jason Tatum, since you're going to have to move him to the 2 with the absence of Gordon Hayward, this is only his second year in the NBA. The dude's only 20 years old, and his rookie year, any other year, pretty much in the draft, he would have won Rookie of the Year. But also, he showed superstar potential and leadership qualities that, like, are kind of intelligible. Like, in the playoffs, he was going against LeBron in the conference finals, and he was holding his own, and they almost led to a 7-game series where they went to the finals, led by Jason Tatum, because Gordon Hayward and Kyrie were out for the playoff run. They were led by Jason Tatum, and he almost led them to the finals when not many people had him. They kind of wrote him off once Kyrie Irving went down for the playoffs. But then also, you have Jaylen Brown, who's also a very, very young player. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's only his 3rd year in the NBA. He's 21 years old and also showed all-star level play, and I'm sure he will be a future all-star to come. Very explosive and a very good rebounder. But then at the 4, probably by far the best player on the team if they made the trade, Anthony Davis. He's already a superstar, there's no doubt. Top 5 player in the NBA, but by some, they call him the most dominant player in the NBA already. Like, the most unstoppable. Yes, LeBron's the best player in the league, but once LeBron retires, I would not be surprised if the Kevin Durant and Anthony Davis argument starts. They're two, I mean, Anthony Davis, once LeBron retires, it will be top 2 or the best player in the league. Anthony Davis is a once-in-a-generation type player, and if you get him, there's just no telling, I mean, how great this team could be, and I do think they will beat the Warriors if they added Anthony Davis with his trade package. Then Al Horford, yes, he's getting older, but he's still an all-star level point guard, and he showed us that point guard, all-star level center, and he's just a good veteran all-star level player to have. When your veteran on your starting lineup is an all-star, and as efficient as Al Horford is, and as big of a player to your team as Al Horford is, that is a very, very nice thing to have. And I mean, their depth is also nothing to joke about at all either. But yeah, unfortunately, I have somebody for reveal. But comment below, do you think that they should make the trade? What do you think the trade package should look like? Do you think I should place Agenta with Solomon Hill? Do you think Anthony Davis should be traded? Do you think he will be traded? Do you think he's going to stay with the Pelicans? I personally, obviously, hope he stays with the Pelicans, being a Pelicans fan, and knowing how bad we will probably be once he leaves, or if he does leave. Like, what do you think him signing with a new agent means? Do you think it means nothing? Do you think it means a lot? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions. Do you think that they could beat the Warriors if that all happens? I just want to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And if you have any video ideas you would like to see me make, comment those below as well. I will be trying to make as many video ideas as y'all have, as long as I do like them, obviously. So yeah, just comment those below as well. And like I said, if you did like the video, play the like button and subscribe button. And I have to show y'all so much support because y'all been showing all support to me. I just have to thank y'all so much. 914 subscribers. We're only 86 subscribers away from 1,000. 1K. That is so many. Cannot thank y'all enough, and we're just going to keep going up from there as well. Obviously, we're not going to stop there. I'm going to keep grinding out these videos daily for y'all. I mean, just cannot thank y'all for so much support, but also got to thank God. He's giving me the blessings to do this. He's made me wake up every morning motivated, wanting to do this, wanting to make videos, just so motivated and just loving what I do, and y'all are helping me do what I do, and I just want y'all to keep showing support, because as long as y'all are showing support, as long as God wants me to do this, I'm going to keep grinding for y'all and making videos every single day until we just keep going up. My goal literally is to be the best on YouTube. Now, is that realistic for a sports channel that doesn't really like attend to kids or anything? No, probably not, but still, I want to be a #1 YouTuber ever, and that's what I aspire to, and that's why I keep grinding and everything. So yeah, I just want to thank you all so much. And if you did like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me, and I hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, boo. Blah, blah, blah.